Well, welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Going to give it a session in the boat tonight. Just waiting for the tide to turn up, really, so I can get out of the berth. And it's a 2 o'clock high tide, so I'm going to be going into the early hours of the morning. The plan of attack for tonight is the sole. I've never ever caught an absolutely, stomper of a sole, like a dustbin lid size sole. I've only caught really slippers up to sort of pound and a quarter, so I'm chasing that big one. I'm going up the Solent waters tonight, and rig wise I'm using this. So it's not just a normal swivel, 20-pound amnesia with a ball weight swinging up and down. The idea of the ball weight is that holds the end of the rig down that end, and I have a weight on that end, so it brings it right down to the seabed, and it keeps both hooks nailed to the bottom of the seabed. With sole, most people will know that they do like to really bottom feed, so there's no good having the it flapping all over in the air. It just won't work, sort of thing. So that is going to be the rig. As usual, I use the old Links just to unhook the traces off and on nice and easy, especially easy if you get a tangle, which is quite nice. I've got one longer than the other. One is only, I'm going to say, about 4 inches, and the other one is probably about 8 inches. So hopefully that will work. Well, I know it does work, but hopefully that'll pick out the bigger species with a bit of luck. But we'll see how it goes. Mid-July up until sort of September mark, that's when the sole seem to be a lot more around, basically. And you do catch them before, and you do catch them way after those dates, sort of thing, but that seems to be the time when they really are some stomping sizes and in numbers. So well worth a target. It's going to be light conditions tonight, which is perfect for it. That's one rig I'm using. I'm just going to use a normal running ledger with that rig, and we're going to see what happens, what works. Some rigs work better than the others. Hook wise, I'm just using the Aberdeen hook size 4 crikey's. There they are. You can get them in most retail shops if you want to use those hooks, or you can check out Quality Time Fish and Tackle. I think he's doing a bit of a deal on the crikey hooks at the moment, so check him out. Mike Cave, real nice chap. So you'll see me out there next. Well, we're finally here. The rods are in. The tide has really calmed down now, which is great. The wind is going to swing us around a little bit, and I think we're going to be a little bit of to and fro for a little bit until that tide picks up. Really soft mud, really soft mud. I've got 4 ounces of lead weight in, and you can feel it going into the mud, and you have to sort of hook it out, even though you're just dropping it straight down. So really soft. And yeah, just beginning, and let's see what happens. It's 7 o'clock, we're just gone, so a few hours yet before we get a bit of darkness, but hopefully we'll have a few bites and something to show you before it gets dark. And let's see what happens, eh? Hopefully a sole. So bait wise, got it in my old trusty bait box. It's ragworm. They're a little bit big for really what I wanted sole fishing. I'd rather they be a little bit smaller than that. It's about a medium-sized worm, to be fair, but there is some big ones in here as well. But you just, time of year, season, you generally are the bigger worms, and that's the way it is. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll be hey-ho, and we'll get a few fish. But there we go. If I could have had smaller, I would have much preferred a few smaller worms for the old sole, because as you may know or not know, the sole have really got small mouths. So I don't think it really does it injustice having a big old fat worm on there, to be fair. But there we go. It is what it is. So we've got my first bite on. Let's see if we can make something of this. Now, I'm going to leave it for a little bit because I don't want it to bully it, in case it hits the sole. And you know, they take a little bit of time to grab hold of the hook. So I'm going to let it do its thing, and hopefully we'll bag it. That might give you a clue where we are. Just going past. Well, there's definitely something there. It's give me a little knock again. It's not very big, whatever it is. But it's one of those things you just want to reel it up and see what it is. But almost sitting on my hands and let it materialise and see what happens. Even though it's dark, even though it's light, it is quite overcasty, so hopefully that will help, even though it's a little bit daylight there. Hopefully it'll work out and we'll get a few fish in the daylight. It's pretty rocky around here. There's a lot of shipping, a lot of boat movement, so it's something you have to put up with, but hey ho. Right, I'm just going to have a little feel in for it and see if anything comes of it. I think it's gone. Definitely not there now. Almost certain of it. Oh well, that's the way it goes. There was definitely something there, but not to be. Let's see what the bait's like. Well, there we go. Someone's been dragging it off the hook anyway and chomping away at it. Let's have a rebait up and let's get in there. And it's fish on. It's been nibbling for some time. I really have left it, and hopefully we're going to bag this up. It's no real fight, but it's a fish. I'm just easing it up. I really am taking it easy. First fish of the day, so I'm going to take it nice and easy, and it's staying low. Oh. And it's target achieved. There we go. A little slip. There we go. It's you know, just there's my hand. There we are. Real little slip, but there we go. Target achieved. Happy days. I'm over the moon with that. So just a few more bigger. Oh, just a few more of those. A little bit bigger. That'd be fantastic. But there we go. I'm more than happy with that. So I'm just going to get it off and get it away. So yeah, happy days. It's quite a thick little thing and all, even though it's small, fairly thick. Anyway, target achieved. see now the sun is just on its way out, so hopefully it'll be dark in the next sort of half hour, 3/4 an hour. My friend Dan, he's turned up. Great minds think alike. I think more so he's a poacher, but hey ho. Anyway, still only the one sole, but a few bites, but hopefully the best to come. Well, I thought I'd have a reel up and have a little bait check, and lo and behold, fish on. And it's a place, look at that, lovely place. Again, they're nice and chunky, you know, they've got some real nice meat on them. You know, it's not the biggest of place, but I'll take that all day long. It's another different species. Happy days. Yeah, really happy. Be interesting to see what this place is like during the day, to be fair. I mean, if I'm getting a place where it's not quite dark, but it's getting that way, it makes you wonder, you know, if you have a little drift along up and down here, you might pick up a few place. Anyway, happy days. Hopefully a few more species to turn up. That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Well, it's just starting to get a lot more darker now. I've got my light on, so it looks a bit more brighter, and a few more bites are turning up, which is a proper bonus. But I'm not connecting at the moment. I'm just not connecting. I just had the one sole and the one place so far. Got one nibbling on this one at the moment. And what I've done is I've whacked one up the bank, so probably around about the 30-foot mark, somewhere around that, maybe a bit shallower. And I've got one down the bank in the sort of 55-foot mark, somewhere around that. So I'm edging my bets, see where the fish are. Are they up the bank or are they down in the depth of the bottom of the bank? So let's see what happens. I've had the place up the bank, and the sole was down the bank. So I just want to see if there's any more fish turning up one way or the other. Anyway, just see if there's anything on this one here. It would be nibbling, but nothing much come of it. I don't think it's that 2 to 3 pound sole yet, that's for sure. There's a bit of weight on. There's me saying it didn't feel like there's nothing on, but there's actually a bit of weight. Not really fighting, but let's see what it is. Interesting. It's staying down deep. It's having a fight. It's having a go now. It's having a go now. I know you can't see a lot on the camera here, but oh, there we go. I'm just taking it really easy, really easy. And it's a double shot. It's a double shot. Let's get him up. Look at that. A place and a little pup. Would you believe it? Another place. Just shows you, doesn't it? Crikey, I spend hours out there trying to get for a place. And bugger me, look, I've had two in a little short time. Anyway, happy days. Let's get him back. Let's get him back. Well, I must have the most crappiest lights ever. I think it's time to invest in a few shark tip lights. Yeah, if I turn the light off, that's my light, my tip light there. But you can barely see it. It looks not too bad here, but it's rubbish. I think I'm missing the bites. But there we go. Let's turn the light back on. Let's put the headlight back on. And I think we have got one on there. It feels rather weighty, but as I said, I'm just not seeing the bites because the lights are rubbish. It definitely feels like there's something on. but not really fighting. What is it? Oh, it's a dogger. There we go, a dogfish. So what are we up to now? We are up to, there we go, let's get it in. Not the most biggest of doggers. There we go. Oh, turn the light off. Hey, there we go. Not the most biggest of dogfish, but there we go. Always nice to see every now and again. You just don't want too many of them, do you? But there we go. So what we got now is that's what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 species we've had so far. So there we are. Not too bad so far. You know, 4 species in a few hours. There's the T-bar. Actually, let's get the little bar out. Where's that gone? Organised as ever. There it is. Let's just T-bar on the side of the boat. There we go. So yeah, 4 species so far. More than happy with that. But I would like to see a few more sole, I think. And that's what we're here for. But these worms are big, some of them. I've tried to have a bit of a sort out, you know, sort out the smaller ones from the bigger ones, and put on the smaller ones first. But we're getting to the stage where we're going to have to use the big boys. Now, big worm, big sole, maybe? Who knows? Who knows? Wow, it's been about an hour or so since I've had a last bite. And I've just reeling up now. And again, I've got something on. And it don't feel too bad, actually. Don't feel too bad. It's quite juddering. So I'm just going to flick my light on, see what it is. It's staying deep. So it might be a sole. Let's come around here. Let's have a look. Hello, it's coming around the back of the boat now. Still can't see it. Oh, that's a bit better salt. Yeah, that's a bit better one. Turn my light off. Oh, there we go. Well, yay. They're lively things, ain't they? Look at them go, look at them go. Jesus, stop it, stop it, stop it. There we go. There we go. That's a lot better, that is. That's about a pound, I reckon. It's good. Yeah, easy a pound, that one. There we go. Happy days. Well, anyway, that's a nice sole. That's a nice sole. Happy days on that. Oh, they are lively. They are lively. Oh, God, he's going mad now. Right, let's get him unhooked. Well, that last sole was up the bank again. So, do I, the one down the bank, chuck it up the bank, or do I hang it down the bank still to see what happens? If you get what I mean. Yeah. I want to chuck this one back up the bank, leave that one down at the bank, and see what happens, I think. And then if nothing happens in the next half hour, we're down the bank, I should chuck it back up the bank. It's all getting confusing now. I just missed a cracking run. Absolute flew off. Is it going to come back? That's a shame. I think I've missed it. That is a real shame. Yep, looks like I missed it. Oh, it's a gutter. Absolute gutter. Absolute gutter. That really screamed off. Because I've got the, I'm using, let's turn the light off again. I'm using the bait runner reels. So I've flicked it into bait runner mode because of the boat's been yawing around sort of thing, so I don't want to keep dragging it around. I'm trying to keep the bait in its position, so I'm just letting the reels sort of spool off. Like now I'm spinning again, so I'm just oh well, we'll get baited back up and see what happens. Well, another little slip. There we go. They're all very much the same sort of size. They really are. You know, they're probably around about 10 ounces, something like that. But they are nice to see. They're just nice to see. I really do enjoy it. Oh, but they're lively, really lively. Anyway, let's get this back in the water. A bit better of a fish on now. I don't know what it is though. I've got a feeling it might be a dog though. It's got this nasty feeling, the way it's juddering. Who knows? Let's have a look. Oh no, it's a smooth hound. It's a smooth hound. Right, only a small one, a few pounds. Come here, you. Crikey me, he's going nuts here. There he goes, he's off. Let's grab him so he don't hurt himself too much. There we go. Smooth hound, I'm going to say 3 or 4 pounds, something like that. But there we are. There we go. That gave me a little bit of a run, that did. Great stuff. Put him back. He's gone. Well, that's it, folks. End of the session. It's now midnight, and I'm pretty much done for my fishing. I've had a good day, or evening, I should say. What have I had species wise? I've had several sole, smooth hound, dogfish, 2 place. What else have I had? That is it, I think. Yeah, that's it. So 4 species in total. So all in all, I'm more than happy with what's happened, sort of thing. And sole wise, the biggest there, I would say, is about £1. I've not weighed it, but I'm guessing it's around about £1. But most of them are around the sort of 10 ounces. But still, that big sole is elusive for me. I've still not got that big sole, you know. But I'll keep at it, and we'll see how we get on next time round. We'll come back out again and give it another go, but maybe another 2 or 3 weeks time, and see if anything changes. So that's it, that's me done. Tight lines, everyone. And all importantly, if you don't mind subscribing to the channel if you're a regular viewer, or if you just started watching the channel, it all helps the channel out. It gets your subscribers up, and I'll welcome your comments, feedback, or any tips. You know, we all don't know everything, so welcome them all the same. Anyway, till next time. See you later.